Section 39 of Through Fairy Halls of My Bookhouse. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Through Fairy Halls of My Bookhouse, edited by Olive Beaupré Miller. The Moon-Maiden, a Japanese fairy tale. There dwelt once, on the edge of the forest at the foot of Fujiyama, a bamboo cutter and his wife. They were honest, industrious people who loved each other dearly, but no children had come to bless them, and therefore they were not happy. "Ah, husband," mourned the wife, "more welcome to me than cherry blossoms in springtime would be a little child of my own." One evening she stood on the porch of her flimsy bamboo cottage and lifted her eyes toward the everlasting snows on the top of Fujiyama. Then with swelling breast she bowed herself to the ground and cried out to the honorable mountain, "Fuji-no-yama, I am sad because no little head lies on my breast. No childish laughter gladdens our home. Send me, I pray thee, from thine eternal purity, a little one to comfort me." As she spoke, lo! From the top of the honorable mountain there suddenly sparkled a gleam of light as when the face of a child is lit by a beaming smile. "Husband, husband, come quickly!" cried the good woman. "See there on the heights of Fujiyama, a child is beaming upon me." "It is but your fancy," said the bamboo cutter, and yet he added, "I will climb up and see what is there." So he followed the trail of silvery light through the forest, and up the steep slope where Fujiyama towered white and still above him. At last he stopped below a tall bamboo by the bank of a mountain stream, from whence the glow seemed to come. There, cradled in the branches of the tree, he found a tiny moon child, fragile, dainty, radiant, clad in flimsy, filmy moonshine, more beautiful than anything he had ever seen before. "Ah, little shining creature, who are you?" he cried. "I am the Princess Moonbeam," answered the child. "The Moon Lady is my mother, but she has sent me to earth to comfort the sad heart of your wife." "Then, little princess," said the woodman eagerly, "I will take you home to be our child." So the woodman bore her carefully down the mountainside. "See, wife," he called, "what the Moon Lady has sent you." Then was the good woman overjoyed. She took the little moon child and held her close, and the moon child's little arms went twining about her neck as she nestled snug against her breast. So was the good wife's longing satisfied at last. As the years passed by, Princess Moonbeam brought nothing but joy to the woodman and his wife. Lovelier and lovelier she grew. Fair was her face and radiant, her eyes were shining stars, and her hair had the gleam of a misty silver halo. About her, too, there was a strange, unearthly charm that made all who saw her love her. One day there came riding by in state the Mikado himself. He saw how the Princess Moonbeam lit up the humble cottage, and he loved her. Then the Mikado would have taken her back with him to court, but no! The longing of the earthly father and mother for a little child had been fulfilled. The Princess Moonbeam had stayed with them till she was a maiden grown, and now the time had come when she must go back to her sky mother, the Lady in the Moon. "Stay, stay with me on earth," cried the Mikado. "Stay, stay with us on earth," cried the bamboo cutter and his wife. Then the Mikado got 2,000 archers and set them on guard close about the house and even on the roof, that none might get through to take her. But when the moon rose white and full, a line of light, like a silver bridge, sprung arching down from heaven to earth, and floating along that gleaming path came the Lady from the Moon. The Mikado's soldiers stood as though turned to stone. Straight through their midst the Moon Lady passed and bent caressingly down for her long absent child. She wrapped her close in a garment of silver mist. Then she caught her tenderly in her arms and led her gently back to the sky. The Princess Moonbeam was glad to go back home, yet as she went, she wept silvery tears for those she was leaving behind. And lo! her bright shining tears took wings and floated away to carry a message of love that should comfort the Mikado and her earthly father and mother. To this very day, the gleaming tears of the little Princess Moonbeam are seen to float hither and yon about the marshes and groves of Japan. The children chase them with happy cries and say, "See the fireflies! How beautiful they are!" Then their mothers in the shadow of Fujiyama tell the children this legend, how the fireflies are shining love messages of the little Princess Moonbeam, flitting down to bring comfort to earth from her far-off home in the silver moon. End of section 39. Recording by mlcui.